Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Cuesoul 10th anniversary limited edition set, and there's only 20 sets of these made, so it really is a very limited edition set. And on the Cuesoul site they retail for around about 245, 246. It kind of depends on the exchange rate. I think they're all sold out anyway, so you probably won't be able to get one until people start selling them, but I think they'll be in a lot of people's collections now. But as you can see, I've still got the cellophane wrapper on, so I haven't even opened it yet, so I'm going to do that on the video just for you. But before I do that, look at this amazing shirt. It's in the best colour ever. Did I ever mention I like green? I don't think I ever did. But yes, Cuesoul came out with some nice designs of shirts, and they're all like a breathable fabric. I think it's about 95% polyester, 5% spandex, so it's kind of stretchy. And I've got a t-shirt on underneath, as you can probably see. Blue's my second favourite colour, by the way. But I quite like the design of this one. I think there's another one in this particular design, and some of the others are slightly different designs and colours, but I'll put a picture up on the screen for them. And these retail for around about £32–33, and this is the medium. Now normally I'm a 42-inch chest, so sometimes I can get medium or large. It really depends on the fit, but I quite like the fit on this. It feels as if it's not too tight, but just tight enough so that you don't feel too baggy in it. So I think a large might have been a little bit more baggy, but it just depends on how you like your tops. But you got your pocket on the left for your darts, and you got the zip up neck and nice collar, and got the branding on the sleeves, and I think on the back it says Darts Road One or something, I can't remember now, and branding on the other sleeve. But I think it's a really nice shirt. So there you go, let's check out the darts. Right, so as I mentioned, it's still in the cellophane, so I haven't opened it yet, but if only I had something sharp and pointy to open the cell. Oh wait a minute, got a dart, fancy that. Oh, get it open. So there is the actual fancy box, and has that got a magnet on it? I think it may have, I'm not sure. So open that up, and as mentioned, this is to celebrate Cuesoul's 10th year. So this is edition, or the one I've got, is 14 out of 20, as you can see there. And the design of the grip is to do, as it says on there, the Roman number X and the Chinese number, it looks like a plus or like a kind of a cross, means ending of the first 10 years and starting of the second 10 years. So that's just explaining that. I'm just trying to keep everything neat so don't mess it all up. So you've got a case there, and it has quite a lot of info on all the things that they've been doing in the 10 years, which is a nice little idea. So they've got the oil paint, the Glory, the Swift, Darts Road One, which is the shirt, the Aurora, Jazz Metal, the Rust flights, Terror flights. So it's a clever little touch on the case there. Oh, and there's some flights, spare flights. I didn't know there'd be extra flights in there, so that's alright, isn't it? That's the new Rust with the carbon reinforced stem, and there's even extra points in there as well. So they're the soft tip OTO points, I think. And the OTO points is the new thing they've come out with, and OTO stands for one dart, 2 games, 1 feeling, which fits in with the everything for fun idea of Cuesoul Darts. So on the right you got some extras there. You got a little point sharpener. Just can't get them out, they're well stuck in. Where's my dart gone? So you got that little keyring there, which is the Cuesoul 10th anniversary symbol. Number 10, as you can see, Cuesoul, nice little keyring. So that's that. And then there's a little badge there. And that's the 929 badge. And I think that was from last year, was it? The 29th of September, the 9th year. And there's a little tool in there. Don't think I can get that out without using the dart. It's well put in. So, neat little tool. Very nicely machined, that. And you've got 2 sets of the OTO points. Is it 2 sets or 3? Alright, it says 3 OTO soft tip points and 3 steel tip. So I don't know if there's more in that case there, but that is the steel tip ones. And as you can see, it screws in just as you would expect, unlike a soft tip thread, but you can either use the steel tip or soft tip point. Let's see if we can get this one out. All the points have been stuck in. I was going to say, where's the points? Alright, so these are the soft tips. So it's the same kind of shape and design as the steel tip, but in a soft tip form. And there's the darts, but they're already fitted with the OTO steel tip points. And these have got the limited edition Rost flights with the 10th anniversary design on them. So again, you've got that X and the kind of like T symbol and the reinforced carbon fibre Rost. And there's a quick close look at the barrels, really neatly machined, and it has on number 14. So that's the model set that I've got out of the 20. And I'll just see if I can undo that with my fingers, and I can't, so I guess you do need the tool to undo that. So what I'll do next is I'll get you a better close-up of the dart and the points. Alright, I'll just give you a quick close look of the dart and then I'll do a super close look. Now, these points are quite a nice idea. My only issue is that this section here is, I already unscrewed it with the tool, just made it a bit slacker, is that part there is plastic. So whether that might wear off if you over tighten it or whatever I don't know. But I thought it would have been better if it was in metal, but nevertheless. And obviously I'm not going to over tighten it because I don't want to, but this tool just goes on the end like that, and then you just tighten it or unscrew it. Now I don't know what this is made of, this tool. It's very light. I think it's metal, but it's really light metal. I thought it was plastic at first, but it's not. I've just whacked it on my teeth. It's definitely metal. The dart itself, I think it's got a very slight taper. It's wider at the front and then tapering at the rear, but very neatly machined. And it's also got like the oil paint finish, which is kind of like a sand textured finished. And this part, the front half, if you look, it's got that kind of like cross shaped figure, which was the Chinese number or what have you, and got quite a nice feel to it, and kind of like an hexagonal kind of a shape. And then the rear half has got the Roman X figure, and that's kind of like squared notches, but I don't know, I think maybe the front is just about the same level of grip. I thought the rear would be quite more grippy than that, but I think there's a little bit more edginess on the front half. But depends if it's going to be a dart that you're going to throw and play with. I'm just got them for collecting. I'm not going to be throwing them, but I might throw them at the board just for the sake of testing, but not try to throw them together, just throw them around the board, because if I damage the points I can always replace the points, but I don't want to damage the darts. But really nice machined barrel that, and that's the new Rost flights with the carbon reinforced middle, and these are all only with this limited edition, so that's the 10th anniversary flight. So I'll give you a super close look at the barrel now, and then I may just do a couple of throws around the board. So there's a close look at the OTO point, and as I mentioned, that section there with the angular hexagonal shape is a moulded plastic section, and the barrel got a tapered nose with the oil paint finish on, which is kind of like a sandblasted finish, and it's got the black tie coating, and the front half has got these kind of like T-shaped crosses milled into it, quite a lot of milling going on there, and then that's kind of creating those square sections which have got the round indented holes. So there you go, quite a lot of machining there. And then you've got this tapered ring again with the oil paint finish, and that's got the number 14. And on the rear half it's got the Roman numeral X, and the light is certainly shining on it. I'm just trying to get there, you can see the pattern it's made, and it kind of like beveled triangles, but quite an interesting grip, and again quite a lot of machining on that. That grip goes right to the end of the barrel, so there's a nice feel to it. But there you go, that's the super close look at the Cuesoul 10th anniversary edition. Alright, I'll just weigh them. Barrels only, there's no points attached. 23.08 grams. 23.08 grams again. And a little bit heavier on the last one, but still pretty close. 23.11, and with the points attached, the steel tip points, 24.36, and the full setup 25.89 grams. Well, I'm just having a few throws, but I'm not trying to throw them together, so I'm going to space them around the board. I put the flights on that were in the case because I think the other ones are a limited edition set, so I don't want to risk damaging them. And it's just really just to get a feel of how the dart feels. No other reason, but it's not like a proper review. So initially, definitely has a slightly chunky feel at the front. So as my first throw, I can always change the points if I damage the points, because they're easy to replace, but obviously the barrels are not. It's not quite as grippy as I first thought it was going to be though, but there's definitely some edgy parts to it. But it's quite an interesting grip. It doesn't feel like it's going to slip on your fingers, but it's not sticking either. Give it a try from the middle. So on the mid part, it's almost going into like a little scallop because that ring, sandblasted ring, it's tapered. So I'm not sure if anyone who would be getting them to play with would be throwing it from there, but I'll give it a little throw. But it's definitely got a nice front balance, but like I say, I didn't get them to play with. So I'll give it a try from the rear grip. Let's try to think. There's not a lot of difference in terms of the grippiness. I think maybe the rear might be just a little bit more grippy, but there's not a lot in it. That went through the air quite smooth. And that one did. One more try from the rear. Actually seem to be flying through the air really smooth from the rear. And it's just down to the front weighted balance. I haven't really noticed any spin at all, unless it's down to that grip. But again, both sides have got very interesting grips, whether it's on the front or the rear. So that is basically the end of that. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's not a review, it's just an unboxing. But if you did manage to get a set of these and you are actually playing with them, let us know how you're getting on. But there was only 20 sets made, so it is quite a very limited edition set. Not like the Elysians where you got 200, which is still limited edition, but when you get down to 20, it's getting very limited. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a close look at them, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy darting.